comment, rate, subscribe. Merch in the description. Check out our Facebook pages. We got marketplaces you can buy and sell stuff on.
This is my Hatchhyack Gogeta Skillless Burn deck. Currently the deck that I'm currently have in real life. 1 copy of the leader, 4 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Prismatic Burst, 4 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Unstoppable Evolution, 4 Time Agent Vegeta, 4 Delete Defender Goku, 4 Son Goku Skillless 30k battle card, 4 Dr. Leche, 4 Full Mission Accomplished, 4 Goku The Adventure Begins, 4 4-Star Ball, 4 Destructive Champa, 4 E Supreme Kai, 4 Power of the People, Protector of the People, 4 Instant Transmission 10 times Kamehameha, 4 Super Saiyan 4 Bardock Spirit Resonance, and 4 Super Saiyan 4 Broly Prismatic Burst. I'm still missing about 2 cards because I'm still waiting for them to come in the mail, which is Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Unison, and the alternate art of the 4-star ball. I do have the regular one. But today I got my Super Saiyan 4 Broly Prismatic Burst and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Prismatic Burst from Core TCG on TCG Player. So since they just came in and I was able to update the deck, upgrade the deck, so I was like, oh, let me make a deck profile, to showcase what I got. Instead of doing a live profile, because I'm still missing the Bardock, I'm gonna do this instead so that we can see all the cards. Obviously the leader auto, when a battle card attacks, the player who attacked with the battle card can't attack with battle card 7 cost or less and can't attack with tokens. Anything 8 and higher can attack after this effect is applied. Active main. Once per turn, place the top card of your deck under this card, mill a card, and then draw a card. To awaken, all your energy has to be black. You place 3 cards from the bottom, from under this leader, send it to a drop in order to draw a card and awaken. And of course, this is mostly mono black, so you will be charging 3 black energy the first 3 turns, so you'll be awakening on turn 3. After that, you can charge red. So there's that. You can only play black battle cards, so obviously the red cards in the deck is just for comboing, but you can only play black battle cards. The leader on the awakened side is still the same effect as the front. 7 or less can't attack, as well as tokens. So 8 and higher can attack once the effect is applied. Second auto, when this card attacks, get 5k boost for the duration turn and draw a card. So it's a 20k on your turn swinging, and you get to draw a card. Typically what I do is I swing with this, obviously, to make it 20k, and then I just like E Supreme Kai or Champa to make a 30k double strike. So if my opponent's leader is not awakened, my opponent's going to need 25k combo power to out combo my 30k double strike leader swing. If they are awakened, they're going to need 20k to out combo my combo power to out combo my leader swing. So essentially, if their leader is awakened, they'll need 2 super combos essentially to out combo my leader's swing. So that's a thing. And alright, so there's that. So of course the burn part of the deck is mainly coming from Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Prismatic Burst, because he has an auto that when you play him, based off of the energy, the color of the energy you have, you do these effects. The first effect is if you have red energy, you'll deal 1 damage. Obviously we'll be charged. We have 8 red sources in the deck to help us trigger that, so we can burn our opponent for 1 damage. And we get the other effect is if our energy is black, obviously, right? We can choose up to 2 of our opponent's battle cards and send them to the warp, so that helps us clear any blockers that might try to get in the way of our 35k quadruple strike if we still need to attack to go through. And he's a 10 drop, so obviously it's good that we have a way to cheat him out, which is active main, pay 5, choose one Goku Zeno, one Vegeta Zeno, either from your field or hand, send it to the drop in order to play this card. So we have this. This is a Gogeta Zeno. This is a Vegeta Zeno. This is a Vegeta Zeno. So we have 8 Vegeta Zenos in the deck. This Goku, the Leaf, and this Goku are Goku Zenos. So we have 8 Gokus. So a total of 16 materials to help us play out the Gogeta. So there's that. We have the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. It's a good card, of course, because it's Overwhelm 6. Pay 2 black to play it. When you play this card using an Overwhelm, draw a card and then choose one of your opponent's back card. Ignore and bear, which is important, right? And send it to Warp. So it could be used as a spot removal plus just an extra, body, like a 25k for 2 black mana, doesn't hurt, right? It's always good. So you never know when you need to drop that, swing with it, and then boost it up with like an Supreme Kai combo with like some 4-star balls, for example, and just get this to like 40k plus, and then just hit your opponent with double strike, and still have mana left over for your negates, which is always awesome to have. Time Agent Vegeta, 19k. He's a Vegeta Zeno, which is the main reason he's actually in here. But the secondary use of this card is the fact that it has an active battle ability, which is once per turn, pay 2 energy. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, and KO it. And send it to the opponent's warp. So this is good against any 3 cost or less battle card that has dual attack. This would be useful to get rid of that. If your opponent has the 2-drop King Piccolo Eradicator or something like that, the one that has Alliance and it gets strong and stuff, this would be useful to get rid of it, because it's less than 3. So this is good against anything that's 3 costs or less. And if your opponent is foolish enough not to pay attention and they attack and they combo, and it's like, you didn't realize you're 3-drop and I have 2 free mana. Boop, tap, bye bye. So this just adds to the ability to control the board, spot removal, as well as it's defensive because it's active battle, so you can use it on your opponent's turn, which can come in handy. Obviously he's a 19k body, so you play him, swing with him, take advantage of the fact that he's 19k to apply pressure to your opponent and still have the the active battle ability to help defend you. So double duty, plus he's a Gogeta material. Then we have Deadly Defender Goku, 20k barrier. That's barrier is relevant, right? 20k body on your turn, 15k on your opponent's turn. While in rest mode, your opponent can't attack the leader, which is always good to make sure your opponent can't attack the leader, right? And obviously we try to protect this with comboing, using our 4-star balls, for example, and any other card to keep him on the field long enough that he can absorb a couple hits for us, so that way our leader doesn't have to. And of course he's a Gogeta material. Then we have the 30k skillless Goku Gogeta material, as well as a 30k body. This with a 4-star ball makes it a 40k battle card. Obviously with 2 4-star balls, it's a 50k battle card swinging at your opponent. And so that's nice. And of course we have Adventure Begins Goku, which will allow us to play this out from our deck or drop area for 2 energy. So we have a reusable beater, that's what she said, right? And you can use both active mains of the card, so you can grab a 4-star ball and play out the Goku, swing with the Goku, use the 4-star ball to make the Goku 40k, all in the same turn. For just 3 energy, you can swing at your opponent for 40k, so that's always good. Keep in mind, you might get tempted to give it double strike, but if you do, then you will lose the 5k boost. This only gives 10k if the battle card is skillless. If you give it double strike, it no longer skillless. It has a skill, obviously. So keep that in mind. Don't mix these. Don't mix these as they were, right? So there's that. So that's the skillless part of the deck, is the skillless Goku. Deadly Defender Ledger, blocker, reusable. You pay 2 to play it from your drop. so you can keep using it to block your return. Every time you play it, you mill 2 cards. Full mission accomplished will help us grab any of our battle cards that that's in our warp or drop area that's 7 costs or less. So it can grab anything, obviously except Champa, Supreme Kai, and Gogeta himself. But it could grab everything else. It could grab this Vegeta, Deadly Defender. Obviously, our Goku Adventure Begins is usually a really good target to grab with this because the fact that this is our endless combo engine, as well as this is also our skillless engine because this gets us a 30k beater. So using this to grab this and then play this and then play this and then the star, 4-star ball, and then a lot of spam, all synergy there. As I mentioned before, this has the first activate where it lets you grab the 4-star ball from the deck or the drop area, and sorry, and then second activate, pay 2. Since your leader is black, you can bring out a 3-drop or less skillless battle card, and Goku is our 30k skillless battle card for that effect. If you have multiple copies of this card in play, you can obviously use both active mains. You don't really need more than one skillless 30k battle card because you can only swing with one a turn anyway, so you only need to really bring one out. But being able to have 2 4-star balls with the 2 copies of Goku you have in play will allow you to easily get this up to 50k swinging your opponent's leader, making it really hard for them to out combo. And of course the 4-star ball, active battle ability, give a leader or a battle card 5k boost. If the battle card you use this with is skillless, give it an extra 5k, so it becomes a super combo only when you use it with a skillless battle card. That also applies if your opponent uses an effect to negate the skills of your battle card, then now your battle card is skillless, and this will also work like a super combo for them. Keep that in mind. Further instruction, Champa. Pay 1 energy to combo it so you can get 10k boost plus double strike. Obviously, we're trying to get our opponent down to 2 to 1 life so we can finish them off with Gogeta, or just finish them off with just the 2 damage, right? Double strike for game. Supreme kind of the same thing, except you can choose to give something double strike or not. That is relevant in some situations. And of course, they're red sources, so they will help they will help us after turn 3. Charging them will help us trigger our Gogeta's burn ability. Protect other people, negate an attack. Choose 1 card from your hand, discard it. If you do, give your leader gets the effect of every time your opponent attacks it with a battle card, it gets 5k power for the duration of turn. So basically, infinite combo power right there, right? Instant transmission 10-time Kamehameha, negate an attack. Choose up to 2 of your black battle cards in your warp, send it to your drop. Active main, pay 1 black energy. Send 2 cards from your hand to the warp to add this card back from your drop to your hand. So it's a reusable negate. Super Saiyan 4 Bardock Resident, Spirit Resonance. We use it for its +1 and -2 ability. Its +1 ability, draw a card. Enough said, right? We definitely want to drop this on turn 2 so we can start getting some card advantage. We always activate its effect before we activate our leader's effect. When the leader is unawakened. But typically, we use the effect even before we swing with the leader. So I tend to do that. I just activate the unison first and then draw with the leader. So draw from the unison, then leader, right? So that's what I do. And then -2 until the end of your opponent's next turn. They can't attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 card from their hand and sends it to the warp. So keep it in mind that if you want to trigger that effect and still be able to attack with this to apply pressure and whatnot, make sure you pay 3. Sometimes I get to have it of paying 2. I'm so used to just because it's specified 2 black, so you have to use black specific. Can't use red, right? Gotta use black specifically. And sometimes I forget, I should pay 3, so that way I can -2 and he'll still be on board. So that way, hopefully, if he doesn't die, I could draw next turn, and then the turn after that, I can do the -2 again and just keep that that little engine going. So that's something you'll want to consider. The sooner you deal damage, the better, right? Then we have the Mighty. For continuing our Super Saiyan 4 package, because we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, now Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Oh no. who thought this was a good idea. I did, and I love it. So this is the new Mirror Creator Absorb, in my opinion. Others might disagree, but this is the new going tall generic unison, or card I should say, right? So we mainly use them for his permanent that says for each card that's on this card, it gets plus 5k power for the turn on your turn, right? So if you pay 6 mana for 6 energy to play this card, so it has 6 markers, it'll be a 40k. But if you pay 8 to play this, so it has 8 markers, it's a 50k. Notice those are some big numbers, right? So good base number to start off with before you even combo, right? So so that's the thing. And then it has the -X auto ability that when your leader card is attacked, you may remove markers from this card to give your leader for that battle plus 5k power for each marker you remove. So if you remove 2 markers, it's 10k power. Remove 4 markers, it's 20k power you're adding to the leader, and you get the idea. So if you remove 6 markers from this, for example, you're giving your leader an extra 30k combo power, easily turning your leader into a 45k just by removing just removing 6 markers off of this. So that can definitely save your butts in some situations. So you definitely want to put spend a lot on this bad boy. I've been in a scenario where I would be like on turn 7 and have 7 energy. I'll pay 6 to play him, so that way he could be a 40k, and then use the extra energy for like a Champa, so I can get him to 50k double strike, and then just combo whatever is left, whatever is in my hand, and try to get him up to 60, 70k double strike. Sorry, which should help you get that attack to go through, if your opponent is at least 6 cards or less. So you want your opponent to be tapped out. You want them to not have no blockers, obviously, and hopefully they don't have too many super combos right in their hands and whatnot to out this attack. So let's say you get this up to 60k. In order for them to out combo, they would, with a 6 card hand, they would need 50 combo power. So that would be pretty much 50. That means they would need 4 super combos plus 2 5ks, and that's without even counting the super combos could draw a card depending on what type of super combos they are. So there's that, but the likelihood of having 4 super combos and even 2 5ks is not likely. Let's cut that in half and make it where they have 2 super combos, a 5k, and like 3 extra cards in their hands that they can't use to combo. So then right there in that situation, they only have 20. They have 25, but let's say the super combos draw, that's an extra 10k, so that's 35k to their leader, makes it a 50k leader, but you're 60k, so your attack will go through. So stuff like that you gotta take to account. Remember, always plan how your opponent's going to out combo you, and then surpass it, right? Then make it where it's irrelevant. You already did the math. The likelihood of them having that perfect, because you always have to think the perfect hand. I always assume my opponent has all 4 super combos in their hands, and those super combos draw a card, right? And then I take that to account, and then count the number of cards in the hands, and then assume how much extra potential combo power. And I always assume it's it's all free, like 0 cost 5ks, 0 cost 10k for the super combos, right? Never any thing that requires energy or whatnot, because usually you make sure when you're going for game your opponent is tapped out. You always want them to be tapped out when you go for game. So there's that, and usually you want them to have 6 or less cards, because it makes the math much easier. Plus there's a higher mathematical probability of them not having enough to out combo your big swings. it should be hard for them to out combo 40Ks, 50Ks, 60Ks, you know what I mean, for example. But you always want to give your opponent the benefit of the doubt and give them the best case scenario where they could out combo, and you try to, you know, do the math to make it where it's like, even with a perfect hand, I should still be able to, you know, even with a quote unquote perfect hand, I should still be able to get through. And that's the end of the video.